HOD ANTC, ICM Engineering College, Aurangabad. In the previous video, we have discussed on the fundamentals of operational amplifier. That is, what is an operational amplifier, how is the block diagram of operational amplifier, pin configuration of 741, then different operational amplifier parameters. In this video, we will discuss the applications of operational amplifier. So let us start from the applications of operational amplifier. Op-amp applications can be divided into two categories: linear applications of op-amp and non-linear applications of op-amp. Linear means the applications which are with feedback, that means closed loop applications, and non-linear means the applications with the open loop configurations, means no feedback. We know that there are two types of feedbacks: positive feedback and negative feedback. In all types of amplifiers, we use negative feedback to control the gain, and in all types of oscillators there is a positive feedback. So in this video we will focus on the linear applications of op-amp, that means closed loop applications of op-amp. For example, inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, then summing amplifier, difference amplifier, and instrumentation amplifier. So let us start with the first type of application. Op-amp based inverting amplifier. So we are focusing here on the closed loop applications of op-amp, and in the next video we will discuss on the open loop configuration. Closed loop means there is a feedback, fraction of output is fed back to the input, that is called as feedback. So here you can see the circuit diagram of the question can be asked in the exam, like explain an op-amp based inverting amplifier with the circuit diagram and derive the gain equation for 7 or 8 marks. Okay. So you can see an inverting amplifier is the circuit, op-amp based circuit, in which the output is 180 degree phase shift as compared to the input. The circuit of op-amp in which output is inversion of the input. That means whatever may be the input signal applied at inverting input terminal, it gets inverted at the output. There is 180 degree phase shift. For example, if a sine wave is applied at the input and gain of op-amp is 1, the output will be with no amplification as gain is 1, but it will be inverted, that means cosine waveform you will get. Okay, so VO is proportional to minus of V in, that is called as an inverting amplifier. Here you can see in the circuit diagram, input signal V in is applied to the inverting input terminal, non-inverting terminal is grounded, the output VO is fed back to the inverting input terminal through feedback resistor RF. I1 is current flowing through R1, IF is current flowing through RF. This is the circuit description. Plus VCC minus VCC are applied, and input signal V in is applied to inverting input terminal of op-amp. Now for an ideal this is what about the definition and circuit description. Now we will analyze the circuit. So we know that for an ideal operational amplifier, the difference input voltage, that means delta VID stands for difference input voltage V1 minus V2 at the input terminals of op-amp is 0. Okay, so this implies that the terminal positive and the terminal negative, both terminal has the same potential. Unless and until the same potential will not be there at the two different input terminals, that means inverting and non-inverting terminal, delta VID will not be equal to 0. To get delta VID equal to 0, there should be same voltage, same signal at the two input terminals. Okay, so if in the circuit diagram you can see that if the positive terminal, that means one terminal, is grounded, connected to the ground, this terminal which I am going to highlight here, this positive terminal is grounded, so another terminal is also assumed at the same potential. Okay, if positive terminal, that means non-inverting terminal, is grounded, the other terminal, that means negative terminal, is also virtually grounded. Thus we can say that there is a virtual ground at inverting terminal, at the negative terminal. This concept is called as virtual ground concept. I will repeat this: virtual ground concept is nothing but if one terminal of op-amp, that means positive terminal, is grounded, another negative terminal is also virtually grounded, so as to get delta VID, that means input difference voltage is 0 for an ideal operational amplifier. This concept is called as virtual ground concept. Okay, now we will start the analysis. Now apply KCL at node V2. See, where is the node V2? Apply KCL at node V2. You will get at this at this inverting terminal here there is a V2 at this point. Okay, so apply KCL at this point at the node V2. KCL, summation of incoming currents equal to summation of outgoing currents. So there are three branches, I1 flowing through R1, IB2 flowing, that means bias current, and IF flowing through RF. So what will be the equation? The equation will be I1 is equal to IB2 plus IF. In an ideal operational amplifier, IB1 is equal to IB2 is equal to 0. That means input bias currents both are 0. As we have seen the ideal characteristics of op amp also. We have seen which parameters are infinite, which parameters are 0. So IB1 and IB2 both are 0. Because why these are 0? Because infinite input impedance. If impedance, that means resistance, is infinite, current will be 0. So input impedance is infinite, input bias currents are 0. So equation 1 becomes I1 equal to IF. Now we will just convert this I1 equal to IF, this equation, into voltage form. So I1 is the current flowing from, where is I1? Location of I1, it is the current flowing through resistor R1 from V in to V2. Current direction is from V in to V2 and it is flowing through R1. Therefore I1 can be written as V in minus V2 divided by R1, that is equal to, now how the IF can be written in the form of voltage. Now see, where is the location of IF? IF is the current flowing through RF here. IF is the current flowing through RF from V2 to VO. So how we can write this? IF is equal to V2 minus VO divided by RF. Okay, so for I1 we have written V in minus V2 divided by R1, and for IF we have written V2 minus VO divided by RF. Okay, got it? Now as we have seen that the virtual ground concept, if V1 is equal to 0, V2 is also equal to 0 as per virtual ground concept. Therefore the equation can be rewritten as, by putting V1 and V2 equal to 0, it becomes V in by R1 is equal to minus VO by RF, because V2 is equal to 0. So rearranging this equation, we will get V in by VO is equal to minus R1 by RF, and finally VO by V in is equal to minus RF by R1. So what is VO by V in? VO by V in is nothing but gain. Output upon input is nothing but gain. So gain with feedback, it is denoted as AF. AF is gain with feedback. It is equal to minus RF divided by R1. So what does this equation indicates? This is the equation for gain of inverting amplifier. AF is equal to minus RF by R1. This indicates that gain of closed loop inverting amplifier depends on the value of RF and R1, and that negative sign indicates it is an inverting amplifier. That means whatever may be the input applied at inverting terminal, it gets inverted at the output. Okay, so this is what about inverting amplifier, very important question as far as exam point of view. Now next there may be possibility that question or numerical can be asked based on this. So let us take one example. Design an amplifier with a gain of minus 10 and input resistor equal to 10 kilo ohm. Now gain value is given as minus, it is given in minus. Okay, you can see here the gain value is given in negative value of gain. So it indicates that it is an inverting amplifier. It is an inverting amplifier. Okay. Or if it is not given minus, and it can be asked in the question also, design an inverting amplifier or design a non-inverting amplifier, like this. Okay. So let us solve this problem. So what we have to use the formula AF equal to minus RF by R1. R1 is given as 10 kilo ohm. AF is given as minus 10. So you have to calculate the value of RF. डिज़ाइन करना है, मतलब जो उसमें कंपोनेंट यूज़ किए गए हैं उसमें है IC741 ओपैम बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट, और अदर टू कंपोनेंट्स है R1 एंड RF. सो यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ R1 एंड RF. R1 तो दिया है प्रॉब्लम में, सो जस्ट कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ RF by using the formula. So same formula can be used, AF equal to minus RF by R1. By putting the values, you will get the value of RF as 100 kilo ohm, and in the final stage you have to draw the circuit diagram with mentioning all the component values R1, RF, etc. Okay. Now same problem can be like this. Design an inverting amplifier with a voltage gain of minus 30. Here in the problem it is given as inverting amplifier and gain is given as minus 30. Feedback resistor value is given as 1 mega ohm. In this problem, RF value is given and R1 we have to calculate. So you have to solve in 3 steps. Number 1, what is given. Number 2, calculation of the unknown resistor value, and number 3, circuit diagram. ये तीनों स्टेप में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है. कौन से what is given. Step number 1, list out the given parameters. Step number 2, calculate the unknown parameters values, means R1 or RF, and third step, draw the circuit diagram with all component values. So you can solve accordingly. Now next question can be asked in the exam. Next application of op-amp, closed loop application, means linear applications. Okay, explain an op-amp based non-inverting amplifier with circuit diagram and derive the gain equation. Okay, the circuit of operational amplifier in which output is not the inversion of input. That means VO is proportional to Vin. There is no sign change, there is no phase shift, zero phase shift. Okay, whatever is the input signal applied at non-inverting terminal will not get inverted at the output, will appear as it is at the output with the same sign. For example, if you can apply AC as well as DC signal to the operational amplifier because it amplifies both. So if for example plus 5 volt is applied at the non-inverting input terminal and gain of op amp is 1, that means there will not be any amplification, but the output will be same as the input, will be equal to plus 5 volt. If minus 5 volt is applied DC at the non-inverting input terminal, output will be same as minus 5 volt because there will not be any inversion in the sign. That's why it is called as non-inverting amplifier. So after definition, the second point is the circuit diagram and its description. You can write in your own words, like the input signal is applied to non-inverting terminal of op-amp, that means positive terminal. Inverting terminal of op-amp is grounded. R1 is the input resistor through which I1 is the current flowing. V in is the input signal applied to positive terminal, that means non-inverting terminal. RF is feedback resistor through which IF is the current flowing. Now you can see the direction of current is reversed, that is towards the ground, as compared to inverting amplifier. You can see the directions because here we have applied the input signal to non-inverting terminal and in previous case it was applied to inverting terminal. That is the only change. बाकी सब सेम ही है. यहाँ पर सिर्फ इनपुट सिग्नल वी इन अप्लाई किया हमने पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल को और नॉन इन्वर्टिंग, दैट मीन्स नॉन इन्वर्टिंग को, एंड इन्वर्टिंग टर्मिनल को ग्राउंड किया है. V1 is let voltage at present at the positive terminal and V2 is voltage at present at negative terminal. IB1, IB2 are the two bias currents, input bias currents. VO is the output. This is the circuit description. You can write in your own words. So the next task is the circuit analysis. So you have to follow again. You have to apply KCL, then apply virtual ground or virtual short concept, and then finally find out the equation for gain. Okay. So now let us see, apply KCL at node V2. Where is node V2? If you see, the node V2 is here. Again there are 3 branches. I1, IF and IB2. So the equation becomes IF is equal to I1 plus IB2. What about IB2 again? As we know that input impedance is infinite, IB1 is equal to IB2 is equal to 0. Therefore IF become equal to I1. We will convert this IF and I1 into voltage form. So see the circuit diagram. Where is IF? IF is the current flowing through RF. Now the current direction is from VO to V2, right? So IF can be written in the form of voltage as VO minus V2 divided by RF. I will repeat this. IF is the current flowing from VO to V2 point and it is flowing through RF. Therefore VO minus V2 divided by RF, V upon R. Similarly, I1 is the current flowing through R1 and the direction is from V2 point to ground, that means 0. So again V upon R. What is V? V is nothing but V2 minus V2 minus 0 divided by R1, like this. Okay, so like that we can replace IF and I1. Now if V1 is equal to V in, that means voltage present at point V1 is equal to V in. You can see the diagram again. What is the voltage present at V1? Here it is. If V1 is equal to V in, means whatever is the voltage at non-inverting terminal, that same voltage should be at inverting terminal. To get delta VID is equal to 0 for an ideal operational amplifier. So if V1 is equal to V in, V2 is also virtually equal to V in. पहले केस में यानी इन्वर्टिंग एम्पलीफायर में हमने देखा था V1 is equal to 0, then V2 is also equal to 0. That concept was virtual ground concept. Here if V1 is equal to V in, V2 is also virtually equal to V in, means whatever is the voltage applied at V1, same voltage will be at V2. This is called as virtual short concept. So what is virtual short concept? Is the concept whatever may be the voltage applied at non-inverting input terminal, the same voltage will appear virtually at inverting terminal. To get delta VID, that means difference input voltage equal to 0 for an ideal operational amplifier, that is called as virtual short concept. Okay, so coming to this equation again, if V1 is equal to V in, therefore V2 is also equal to V in. By which concept? By virtual short concept here. Here it is written ground, so ground is not correct. Virtual short concept. In previous case, in inverting amplifier, it was virtual ground concept. Here it is virtual short concept. Okay, so we will apply this virtual short concept by keeping V1 and V2 is equal to 0. You will get the equation VO minus V in divided by RF is equal to V in by R1. And by rearranging the equations, finally you will get VO by V in is equal to this equation RF in bracket RF plus R1 divided by R1 plus RF. What is VO by V in? VO by V in is nothing but gain, that can be denoted as AF. So AF is nothing but the gain of non-inverting amplifier, which is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 is the final equation you have to keep in mind. The gain of non-inverting amplifier, closed loop non-inverting amplifier, is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. What is equation for gain of inverting amplifier? AF is equal to minus RF by R1, that is for inverting amplifier, and gain equation for non-inverting amplifier is AF is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. Okay, so this is what about non-inverting amplifier. As you can see, there is no sign change, right? Whatever may be the input, there is no negative sign at the in the gain equation. That means the gain of non-inverting amplifier depends on the value of RF and R1, and there is no change in the sign. That means there is no phase shift. Okay, problem can be asked. So here we can see one example. Design an amplifier with gain of 61 and input resistance of 1 kilo ohm. So R1 value is given as 1 kilo ohm. AF is equal to 61, which is a positive value, you have to calculate RF. So you have to follow 3 steps. Number 1, list out the given parameters. Second, calculate the unknown value. Third, draw the circuit diagram. Okay, so you have the formula AF is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. You can simplify this and you can calculate RF. You will get it as 62 kilo ohm. In the circuit diagram, you have to show the values of all the components R1, R2. Op amp will be IC741. Okay, again you can solve, take down another example. Here the gain value is given as 5, and there is no any other value is given. That means R1 is also not given and RF is also not given. So when both the values are not given, the question is just like this: design an amplifier with gain of plus 5 using one op amp. So op amp circuit is given, gain value is given as plus 5. There is no unit because VO upon V in same parameters, no unit, but it can be converted to dB by using that 20 log to the base 10 VO by V in formula. Here it is given as unitless, AF is equal to 5. So to calculate the value of resistors, we have to assume at least one value. कोई भी वैल्यू एज्यूम कर सकते हैं, R1 का कर सकते हैं या फिर RF का भी कर सकते हैं. So let us assume R1 equal to 10 kilo ohm, and by assuming R1 as 10 kilo ohm using the formula AF is equal to 1 plus RF by R1, you will get RF is equal to 40 kilo ohm, right? So you can select a standard value of 39 kilo ohm. If written 40 kilo ohm, that is also correct. Okay, so last step, you have to draw the circuit diagram mentioning all the component values. So this is what about non-inverting amplifier. Now this is next important questions as per as exam point of view, instrumentation amplifier. So question will be might be like this: explain an operational amplifier based instrumentation amplifier with 3 op amp configurations. Derive the equation for gain of instrumentation amplifier. Okay, so first of all we will see what is the need of instrumentation amplifier. In many industrial applications, there is a requirement of measuring the physical quantities, physical parameters such as temperature, pressure, flow, etc. And for measurement of these quantities, we use the transducers or sensors. Okay, sensors or transducer will sense the physical parameter, and then we can use it as per our requirement. But the problem is that the output of these transducers and sensors are very small, very low, and such small signal cannot be displayed on the display unit, or it cannot be used as per our requirement. So there is a need of processing, there is a need of signal conditioning. So instrumentation amplifier is a signal conditioning circuit, is an amplifier circuit basically. So it is the circuit, it is an amplifier which amplifies the output of transducers to a sufficient level so as to drive the display unit, and it can be measured and it can be used for our as per our requirement. So here you can see the basic block diagram of an instrumentation amplifier. There are 3 blocks: transducer, instrumentation amplifier, and display. Physical quantity which is under measurement, that means temperature, pressure, flow, etc., that will be measured by transducer. Then instrumentation amplifier will amplify this signal and it will be displayed on the output. So again separately question can be asked: what is the need of instrumentation amplifier? Draw the basic instrumentation amplifier system, and what are the specifications or features of an instrumentation amplifier. Here you can write the need of instrumentation amplifier block diagram, and then some features are mentioned here. Accurate, these are the features. I will show you. These are the features of an good instrumentation amplifier. Features means specifications, you can say, or characteristics. Accurate and large stable voltage gain, high input impedance. कोई भी ओप एम्प का जो सेम कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है इसके, आइडियल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ ओप एम्प जो है, हाई इनपुट इम्पिडेंस आइडियली कितना है ओप एम्प का, इन्फिनिट. जीरो आउटपुट इम्पिडेंस ओप एम्प का है, तो सेम हियर. देन हाई CMRR, हाई बैंडविड्थ, low input and output offset voltages and currents. These are the requirements, or you can say features or specifications of an instrumentation amplifier. Okay, now This is the circuit diagram of instrumentation amplifier using 3 op amps. You can see, I will enlarge this like this. So as can be seen, there are 3 op amps in the circuit, op amp A1, A2 and A3. Now you can see op amp A1 and A2 are connected in non-inverting mode. Why non-inverting? Because the input signals are given to the non-inverting terminals, positive terminals of both op amps. V1 is the input signal applied to positive terminal. V1 is applied to positive terminal of A1. V2 is applied to again positive terminal of A2, op amp A2, and output of A1 and A2 both op amp is given as input to A3. So A3 is the third op amp which is connected to the outputs of A1 and A2. A1, A2 are connected in non-inverting mode, A3 is connected in differential amplifier mode, and finally you will get the output. So you have to write down what is an instrumentation amplifier. Is the amplifier using 3 op amps used to amplify the outputs of sensors and transducers so as to drive the display unit and so as to measure the different physical parameters like temperature, flow, pressure, etc., in the industrial applications. So instrumentation amplifier is used in the industrial applications for amplification of the outputs of sensors and transducers. How is the circuit description? The circuit consists of 3 op amp A1, A2 and A3. A1, A2 are used in non-inverting mode, A3 is used in differential mode. RF and RF, there are two, you can see here feedback register of first op amp is there. Yes, it is there. Feedback is applied here, feedback register of op amp A1, and here it is feedback register op amp A2. Okay, same, having same value, therefore denoted as RF. Now in between these two RF there is a RG register. RG stands for gain adjustment register, RG, which is equal to addition of R and P1. P1 is the variable register potentiometer and R is the fixed register. So R plus P1 is nothing but equal to RG, that means gain adjustment register. By varying this single register you can vary the gain of this instrumentation amplifier. This is the beauty of this circuit and this is the advantage of this circuit. By using a single register you can vary the overall gain of the circuit. That's why this is very famous circuit. RG is for gain adjustment. Okay, there in the second half R1 and R1, these are same values, input registers having equal values, therefore denoted by R1. This feedback register R2 and again this one having same value, therefore denoted with the same designation, same nomenclature, R2. So this the circuit description is clear now. There are few points mentioned here. Point number A, B, C and D like this. Similarly point E, F, I will show like this. A, B, C, D are the 4 points. Then point number E, F, G and H, different points are mentioned from A, B, C, D to E, F, G, H, and you can see the same current I is flowing through all the branches, all the registers, because you know that the current flowing through the base terminals of op amp is equal to 0. IB1, IB2 is equal to 0 for an ideal operation amplifier. Therefore the current flowing through this input terminals which I have shown here is equal to 0. Therefore same current is flowing from point E to point H. VO1 is the output of A1, VO2 is the output of A2, and VO is the final output which is shown here. Okay, now you have to, after circuit description, you have to analyze the circuit. Analysis means finding out the gain equation of of the circuit. So you can see what is the voltage at A1. The voltage is V1 is the voltage at A1. Then the same voltage appears at B, because if at virtual ground concept or virtual short concept, if A terminal is at V1, B terminal is also at V1. Similarly, you can write down the equation for current. I is equal to Vf minus Vg divided by Rg. That can be rearranged like this: V1 minus V2 divided by Rg by virtual short concept. Then by rearranging and by from referring the circuit diagram, you will get two equations. VO1 is equal to V1 plus I into RF, and VO2 is equal to I into RF. Here RF having the same value. These two equations are obtained. These two equations are obtained by referring the circuit diagram, by applying the virtual short concepts, and you can refer the notes. You can read it carefully. You will understand it. It is very simple. Okay. Then we will substitute the value of V1 in the equation 2 and 3, substituting the value of I from equation 1 in equation 2 and 3. Then you will get VO1 is equal to, where is the value of I is equal to, here in this equation number 1, I is equal to V1 minus V2 divided by Rg. This is equation 1. So keeping the value of I, V1 minus V2 by Rg here in this equation. So VO1 is equal to V1 plus, just keeping the value of I, RF as it is. After rearranging the equations, you will get VO1, final equation for VO1, equation number 4. This is the equation number 4. VO1 is equal to V1 in bracket 1 plus RF by Rg minus RF by Rg into V2. Similarly, in this second equation, we will find out the value of V2 minus I into RF. So this is the value of I, V1 minus V2 by Rg, and after rearranging the equations, finally you will get V2 is equal to equation number 4. It is equal to 1 plus RF V2 into bracket 1 plus RF by Rg minus RF by Rg into V1. Okay. Now the overall current gain equation VO is equal to, this is the equation number 6, R2 by R1. That means gain of differential amplifier second stage, R2 by R1 in bracket VO2 minus VO1. What is VO2? Is the output of A2, and VO1 is the output of A1. Difference of these two is applied as input to the differential amplifier. So keeping the values which we have obtained for VO1 and VO2 in the previous analysis in the equation number 6, so by keeping these values, rearranging the term, you can see here same terms are kept, same terms, V2 1 plus RF by Rg here, and here also 1 plus RF by Rg. So finally with the analysis you will get this equation: VO divided by V2 minus V1. Here VO divided by V2 minus V1, output upon input. Input is difference between two input signals, V2 minus V1. So it is equal to R2 by R1, 1 plus 2 RF by Rg. This is the final equation for gain of instrumentation amplifier. A is equal to 1 plus 2 RF by Rg. You can see, as the first two op amps are non-inverting amplifier and we know the equation for gain of non-inverting amplifier. It is 1 plus Rf by R1. So same equation is here, 1 plus Rf by Rg, but there are two non-inverting amplifier, therefore it is coming 1 plus 2 Rf by Rg. And here this is the gain of first stage, that means two non-inverting amplifier, and this is the gain of second stage, that means gain of differential amplifier, R2 by R1. Okay, so overall gain equation will be equal to A1 into A2. What is A1? A1 is the gain of first stage. First stage consists of, here A stands for gain, not op amp. So overall gain A is equal to A1 into A2. A1 is the gain of two non-inverting amplifier, right? Two non-inverting amplifier, that means this one, 1 plus 2 Rf by Rg. And second, A2 is nothing but gain of differential amplifier, that is R2 by R1. So here A1 is the gain of first stage, A2 is the gain of second stage, and finally you will get the equation gain of instrumentation amplifier is equal to 1 plus Rf by Rg divided by R2 by R1, where Rg is equal to gain adjustment resistor, and which is equal to R plus P1. Okay, so this is what about instrumentation amplifier. The numerical can be asked in the exam. This is very important question. In many exams it was asked for 8 marks. Draw the circuit diagram of 3 op amp based instrumentation amplifier. Write down its features. जो भी आइडियल फीचर्स है ओप एम्प के, वही सेम फीचर्स है इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन एम्पलीफायर के. जैसे मैंने बोला आपको, इन्फिनिट इनपुट इम्पिडेंस, जीरो आउटपुट इम्पिडेंस, हाई CMRR, हाई बैंडविड्थ, एंड minimum or zero offset voltages and input bias voltages and currents. Okay, so let us see one example. In an instrumentation amplifier, question is like this: in an instrumentation amplifier, find the suitable value of Rg to provide the gain of 1000 if Rf is equal to 15 kilo ohm, R1 equal to 1 kilo ohm, and R2 is equal to 2 kilo ohm. So very first step should be, what is given? Given is that Rf is equal to 15 kilo ohm. Step 1, given Rf equal to 15 kilo ohm, R1 1 kilo ohm, R2 2 kilo ohm, and A, that means gain, is equal to given as 1000, no unit. Rg is equal to, you have to calculate, it is asked. तो formula use करना है. We have the formula. What is formula given? Formula is A is equal to 1 plus Rf by Rg into R2 by R1. सेम फॉर्मूला हमने डिराइव किया है, right? So keeping the values, all given values, you will get the value of Rg as it is equal to 60 ohm, right? So very simple problem. You have to keep in mind one formula, and based on that you have to calculate the values. So this is what about instrumentation amplifier. Now for this, up to this video we will stop here, and in the next video we will discuss other linear applications of op amp.